Kanayalal from Germany, please open the side door immediately. And windows also.
Krishna Prasnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namo Krishna Prasnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Hare Krishna,
Vishnukant.
You can hypnotize me with applause. You're the thief to steal away my heart. I wish I could trust you, but your crooked smile dances on a serpent for your lover's eyes. Be merciful to me, 'cause I'm so long waiting. Be merciful to me, 'cause you are all I know. You were there before I knew your name. You could hear me calling out in pain. I wish I could trust you, but your crooked smile dances on a serpent for your lover's eyes. Be merciful to me, 'cause I'm so long waiting. Be merciful to me, 'cause you are all I know. Jai Gurudeva, Jai Gurudeva. Jai Gurudeva.
May I make a few announcements? I'm sorry. Tomorrow we would like to invite all devotees to come to the Harinam Festival in Kassel. We will have 4 buses that can accommodate 200 devotees. We will be leaving here outside between 9:30 and 9:45 in the morning and be back for lunch prasadam. Any instruments you may have, midrangas, kartals and so on, please bring with you. Another thing we've noticed is that not all devotees have paid their festival fees. We would like to remind you to do that as soon as possible. Also, there's an observation we made that those devotees who are occupying a house and only part of the house have also let other devotees in who are occupying rooms they have not rented. This is really not acceptable. Kindly refrain from doing this, and also those rooms have already been rented out to others who have come at a later time, and they are now without a room. So this will have to be corrected. Kindly do so. 2 more items. The return trips to home on Saturday are being arranged for us now, and we'd like to ask all devotees to register with Tilak Raj Prabhu. Tilak Raj, would you please stand up? Not here. He's always outside here on the book stand. and he's taking notes who's traveling where and when and so on. Please everyone register with him who has not come here with their own car. And the last item is, during Gurudev's class and during the program here, absolutely no children playing in the back and disturbing the situation. And the parents, please take responsibility for your children. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Oh, and please turn your cell phones off. One last announcement by Jagadish.
Hare Krishna. For all the devotees who are traveling on Saturday via Frankfurt, I can make a special offer. If they don't have direct connection flight, we have a very lovely boat on the river next to the airport, which is a hotel. And if I can collect enough group of people, we can stay there very cheap. They will serve us also one breakfast and one meal I can serve in my house. I have to have this information up to tomorrow after lunchtime, up to 2, 3 o'clock. Thank you very much. You can contact me for this. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna.
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातरया जुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तर्वोऽभिनेदु तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मनिमानतोऽस्मि। तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे तं नय मां शरणं dige। My millions of dandat pranam in the lotus feet of my Paramarabdhatam Guru Pad Padma Nitya Leela Pravishtam Vishnu Pasi Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. And same millions of dandat pranam in the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru Om Vishnu Pasi Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. Now, Sukadeva Goswami continued to speak sweet pastimes of Krishna. Krishna Leela is divided into 3 parts: Balya Leela, Pauganda Leela, Kishore Leela. Even in Kishore Leela, Vayasandhi, Vishikti Kishore, Pradhu Kishore, so many divisions. Krishna is one, but he changes his modes, more beautiful. At the time of Vayasandhi, means between Balya and Pango, and Pauganda and Kishore. Oh, very beautiful. But Krishna, even young, no mustache or dadi, nothing. When he became of 125 years age, even not. Ramchandra, even in his whole life, like 11,000 years, nothing. Very beautiful, like young. Now, after Dambandha Leela, especially Jamaladin Bhanjan, Putana, Sakatasu, Trinavarta. So many demons came. So now a council sat, a meeting was done in the guidance of presidentship of Upananda, the elder brother of Nanda Maharaj. He was very, very intelligent. All he used to give so much honor. His father, Parjanya, wanted to give the kingdom to Upananda, but he refused and told, my middle son, the middle brother, Nanda, is qualified more than me. So please give him. I will be like mantri, like minister, advisor. He was very generous and gentle. He told in the council of gops, all gops, we see that so many demons are coming, and Krishna goes in the mouth of death. But by the mercy of Narayan, he comes out. I think it is better to give up this Mahaban, very dangerous. And we should go to Vrindavan, very, very beautiful place. Jamuna is there. There is Govardhan Hill, very beautiful forest, all kinds of flowers. Cuckoo birds, oh, cuckoo doing. Peacock, so many dancing on Govardhan and here and there. And there are so many places that where Krishna and Baldev can play. Better we can go there. Then all the gops, they accepted this proposal, and tomorrow we will start from here. So, next day, all the cows of Braja with calves. We cannot imagine how many cows. Only Nand Baba has 11 lakhs cows. And 9. And Vrishabhanu 11. And all other gops. Not less than 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, and uncountable Gwalbal. So many cows and so many calves. They began to go first, and then old person on bullock cart, and Mother Jashoda, Rohini, Baladev, Devaki, and others in sakat. Sakat means bullock cart, very good. Krishna was sitting, Baldev was sitting there in the laps of their mother. And so many gops took their bow arrow and protecting. They began to go. Cows going, it seems that, oh, Kalindi and Ganga rivers on broken stream, they are going. And so many gops. Also their Kulpurohi, priests, all other, singing what? Veda Stotra, Stuti of Narayan, and thus they began, and they anyhow crossed the river Yamuna with so many, they made plantains and so many things. And cows, oh, they crossed the river himself. In this way, when they reached in Vrindavan, Krishna is telling, oh mother, who is trembling so much? Mother told, oh, this is people tree. What? People tree. Oh, who has so much beard, very long? Oh, banyan tree. What it is? Oh, deers jumping. Oh, who is here dancing? Oh, peacocks. Very sweet voice singing. Oh, cockroaches. In this way, Krishna, as if he does not know and ask a question, our mother answering, and Krishna and Baldev were speaking in what? Broken language. Thus, they reached to Chatti Kara, in the end of Vrindavan, and they kept their cars in a half circle, and they made a beautiful hosting places, and then began to live there. Now Krishna at that time was about 2.5 or about 3 years. Now they began to, in Vrindavan, they began to play here and they very happy there. They used to go to Govardhan. Jamuna was flowing nearby. Jamunavati, there is a village still. Now it is far away from Govardhan, but at that time nearer. Very beautiful forests, creepers, flowers. Now one day Krishna told, I want to go to graze cows. Yashoda Maiya told, no, we have so many servants. You should be in house. I said, no, mother, I will go and play there. Anyhow, there are 2 Gopashtami. First Gopashtami for calves, and second in Nandagaon with cows. These calves, when became bigger in the form of cows, then they did not wanted to go anywhere without Krishna. So Krishna was bound to take them, and thus he was going. There they used to play so many plays. Sometimes cops were grazing, and these boys, when monkeys tell so long, and they used to take it and they used to jump from here and there, and they become very happy by it. Sometimes they used to walk like medhar, frogs, sometimes singing as kokil bird, sometimes dancing with peacocks. In this way playing, and very, very happy. Once they were playing, and consented demons know so many, they have majestic power. Job, mystic powers. They can have any form. So, can you? Vasasu or any Harikatha you should speak.
Ajnana-timirandhasya Jana-salakaya Chakshuratamena Tasmai Sri
Bakasur. Oh. Any Katha, Hari Katha.
Thank you for not laughing.
Yeah. By mercy of Gurudev, I am in mood of listening. I have no voice for telling anything, Gurudev, in your presence.
आपके सामने नहीं बता सकते।
Can you? Oh. Vatsasur can?
Haribo. Gurave Gaurachandaya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer my pranams at the feet of Gurudev, Vaishnavas, Sannyasis, ladies and gentlemen. So when Krishna came from Chatikar, then to Vrindavan, then Krishna began the festival of Gopastami. At first, Mother Yasoda was saying, "Oh, my Krishna, no need to go out in the forest. The sun is very hot, you'll become even more black. Also, there are many thorns on the ground. Please do not go." But then Krishna is saying, "Mother, this will not be a punishment. This will be a source of great happiness. Also, we have to follow our Varnashram Dharma. Therefore, by Varna, I am a Gopa. Therefore, this is my duty to go and serve the cows." Then Mother Yasoda said, "At least you should take some shoes or some umbrella." And Krishna said, "But Mother, the duty of a Gopa is to maintain and protect the cows. Therefore, how I can have an umbrella or shoes when the cows do not have shoes? Therefore, if I will wear shoes, you have to make 4 sets of shoes for each of the 900,000 cows. And each cow should have an umbrella." Therefore, Krishna went cow grazing. Actually, those young cows, they have the feeling that Krishna is our brother, like Sakiras. The old cow, the bulls, they have feeling we are Krishna's fathers. They were like sannyasis wearing big cloaks. They look at Krishna with red eyes, with Vatsalya Bhav. Then the young cows, the mother cows have feeling towards Krishna. He is our son because we feed him milk. Therefore, Krishna began that daily festival of grazing cows. Therefore, those eyes, Aksanvandam Palamidam Na Padam Vidam, those eyes which have not seen the beauty of Krishna Balaram as they enter the forest, the Gopi said, those eyes are like the eyes of a peacock feather, completely useless. So comes, he sent his various associates in disguises. Amongst them today was the appearance of Vatsasur. So Thakur Bhaktivinoda has said that each of these demons represent one fault. Therefore, Vatsasur represents my main anatta of childishness, juvenile delinquency. Means anattas committed in complete ignorance with no sense of maturity. Therefore, Vatsasur, he was thinking how I can kill Krishna Balaram. Therefore, he took the form of a calf. Therefore, outside he is looking like an associate of Krishna and Balaram, but inside he is a demon. Therefore, Thakur Bhaktivinoda, he said, be careful. Etuek Kalichala, Mata Nedha Kopin Pala, Tilakanak Hate Mara, Sahaja Bhajane Pochana Mama, Tumara Shanger Poel Bala. How the demon will enter into Krishna's pastimes. In Satyuga, the demon was, the incarnation was Nrsingadev, and the demon was Hiranyakasipu. They were born on different planets. In Dwapyuga, the incarnation is Lord Ram, and the demon is Ravan. They're born on the same planet but different islands. One is living in India, the other is living in Sri Lanka. In Dwapara Yuga, the incarnation is Krishna and the demon is Kamsa Maharaj. They're born in the same house. One is downstairs, one is upstairs. Krishna is in the prison and Kamsa was born upstairs. And in Kali Yuga, who is the incarnation? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But by the preaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, restricting illicit activities, then Kali had no place to hide. Kali hides in illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating and gambling. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's preaching was so powerful, Kali was shaking, nowhere to go. Where will he hide? Therefore he took the form of a Vaishnav. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, hard to recognize him. Etuek Kali Chela means Mata Neda. He has shaved head. Tilakanak Hate Mala. On his nose he has tilak, and in his hands chanting beads. Haribol, Haribol, Radhe, Radhe. And the only reason everyone calls him Mama, Uncle. And the only reason he's associating with you is to catch your wife. Therefore, Vatsasur represents this type of demon in the guise of an associate of Krishna. So Krishna and Balaram went for cow grazing. Then Vatsasur, taking the form of a small calf, he entered in there. So actually he had a very foul and repulsive smell. Therefore the other calves were trying to avoid him. Sometimes we know how that feels, isn't it? Therefore the other calves were avoiding him. Then Krishna and Balaram indicated by eyes to Krishna, this is not one calf, this is one demon. Therefore Krishna says in the Gita, of all cheetahs I am the biggest cheetah. Therefore Krishna came to Vatsasur, oh my dear little brother. Then whipped him by the legs, spun him round like a centrifuge, and Vatsasur left his body like that. Hey, Hare Krishna.
Kamsa was waiting for that he will return back and tell that I have killed Krishna. But he never came, because he went to that lok from where anyone does not return. Then he told his another associate Bakasur, go and see what happened of Putana and Trinavat, Saktasur and these, where they went, they have not returned. And then he went there. How you Bakasur?
अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. First of all, I offer my humble obeisances unto my beloved Gurudeva, Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrakacharya Ashtatatasri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Silanarayan Goswami Maharaj, unto all the Vaishnavas in our Guru Parampara, Tridandi Swamis, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, guests, mothers, sisters and brothers. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Gurudeva ordered me to speak on Bakasur. I read today about several demons, but not about this one. So, caught by surprise. I thought if Gurudeva asked me to speak about Denakasur, that is my favorite. Yeah. But anyhow, Bakasur, with the help of Rastananda Prabhu and Giri Maharaj, I got some information. There was Bakasur was also sent by Kamsa, brother of Putana. Also Agasur, brother of Putana, yeah. Brother of Putana and Agasur, Bakasur, yeah. So Bakasur, he was coming to Vrindavan to catch Krishna. And he was posing himself, yeah. He was presenting himself as a crane, yeah. we see often the cranes in the water, and some of them, they stand on one leg, yeah, and they seem to be very renounced, yeah, very motionless, watching on the water, or thinking as if they are, posing as if they are great saintly persons who are completely in trance. But as soon as the baka or the crane sees a fish, he goes and catches it. So this is, according to our acharyas, this represents the false renunciant who poses himself as a great sage, saintly person. But as soon as he sees something that he wants to catch for his enjoyment, he at once catches it. A false saintly person. So what happened? Krishna came along the bank of Yamuna, and Bakasura was standing there with big beaks. Yeah. And he opened his beaks and he catch Krishna. And Krishna go inside, yeah, and he take the two beaks of the Baka and he bifurcated his beaks at once. Yeah, and Bakasura left his body and attained the liberation. After that, the next demon, invite the next speaker. So thank you very much for listening, and thank you, Gurudev, for giving me opportunity.
Bakasur is symbol of hypocrisy. Hypocrisy, kapalata. If you are doing bhajan, but you want to cheat Krishna and other devotees, like Anya Bhilasa, for any worldly benefit, doing bhajan, Krishna will know. There are so many other hypocrisy. So Krishna will know. So we should be sincere. No worldly any desire. No Mayavad Gyan, no smart karma, and thus by all our senses and modes we should serve Krishna, to please Krishna, for the benefit of Krishna. Now, brother of Putana, younger, and also Bakasur, he saw that, oh, my dear sister and my dear brother, they have been killed. Anyhow, I will kill them both, and then I will take the revenge. So what became?
Om Agyana Timanandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Offer my unlimited respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my Diksha Guru, Nityalila Pravishtam, Vishnupad, Astotra Satashi Shiman, Bhaktivedanta Swami, Prabhupada, and unto my Shiksha Guru, our beloved Srila Gurudeva, and to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, especially with the idea that you'll go a little bit easy on me. I'm not used to getting up and trying to do this. Although it is a very special pastime, and one that is actually quite enlivening. One day, Krishna got up with his fellow cowherd boyfriends, all the gopas. There were many hundreds of thousands of gopa friends of Krishna, and they decided to go to the forest. For some reason that day, Mother Rohini decided to keep Balaram back. Apparently Balaram needed to be bathed. I'm not sure exactly why, but that's what it says. So
It was his birthday. Okay, so it does say, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur does say that he reluctantly stayed back. So I think he wanted to be playing with his cowherd boyfriend. So they went off to the forest in a great festive mood. Every day in the spiritual world is a riot of joy and laughter and love. So Krishna went off with his cowherd boyfriends, and they packed, their mothers packed wonderful lunches for them. And it's described that when they would go to the forest, they would, although their mothers would decorate them with very beautiful ornaments, bangles and jewels and so many different things, when they got to the forest, that's when the real decorations began. They would take twigs and leaves and feathers and flowers and decorate themselves so that they would look like very wonderful forest princes. And they began to play in the forest, doing different things, chasing the animals, running across the ground, trying to keep up with the shadow of the birds as they flew overhead. They would imitate the different forest animal sounds that they would hear, the cuckoos and the peacocks. Sometimes they would see the frogs jumping into the ponds and the rivers. And right where the frogs would jump in, they would also jump in to try to jump right into the center of the circle. Sometimes, in certain parts of the forest, they could call out different sounds. I believe one of the sounds was KK. And the echo would come back. And when the echo would come back, they would rebuke the echo and give it a hard time. And sometimes they would even say things like, "Today you're going to die." Things like that. So they were having great fun. They had fantastic lunches. Sometimes when I was a young devotee, we used to think about, especially when you're young and your stomach is always hungry, we would think what Krishna is eating with his cowherd boyfriends. All these different special preparations made from milk and different sweets. So sometimes they would do very naughty things like little boys do, and they would steal each other's lunches. And somebody would snatch the lunch and pass it on to another older cowherd boy, and then the other boy would go and give me back my lunch, and they would pass it from one to another until that little boy would start crying. That little cowherd boy would cry, and then they would be merciful and give him back his lunch. So they were having this wonderful type of day in the spirit of Balaram's appearance day, and lo and behold, yet another demon appears on the scene, Bakashura and Putana's brother. Very bad guy. And he says, you know, what point is there in me living if I don't have any family? My beloved witch sister, she's gone, she's left the world. And my respected Bakashura brother, he's also left the world. So what I think I'm going to do, of course he did this under the auspices of Kamsa. We all know he's the archenemy. He decided to go to the forest and he said, I'm going to kill Krishna and Balaram and I'm going to offer them as sesame in the fire of the remembrance ceremony for my brother and sister. So he's a very nefarious fellow, and like his sister, he can assume different disguises, but apparently, unlike his sister, he could only assume a form that was quite similar to his natural propensity, which was to appear as a giant serpent, a giant snake, a python. And when I mean giant, it was very giant. It was 8 miles long. So you can just imagine the size of it. And it's described that he looked like a mountain range, a very long, curving mountain range. And his mouth touched from the bottom to the top of the sky. And his teeth looked like mountains themselves. And his tongue looked like a highway going into a dark cave. The cowherd boys came upon this visage, and they looked at him, and although there was a very foul, fishy smell coming out of his mouth, they looked at him and they thought, this is great fun. They even thought it was kind of like a center parks, like it was like an amusement park. Let's see what this is all about. Let's go in and enjoy. And so they began to actually think, let's enter this dark cave. And there was a moment that passed their minds, so, well, maybe this isn't such a good idea. It could be another demon. And then